Welcome to the podcast. Yeah, it's my turn to arbitrarily declare when it starts this week.
I love that every single recording we have begins with, okay, so we're podcasting now.
You never know when. It's when you least expect it.
Whoa, we're on the podcast. I'm trying to figure out what we should do for this cold open.
We're in it, baby. This open is cold as hell.
It's a frigid open.
We should say what the podcast's name is, what our names are, what we do on the podcast, and then we do the content, the actual body of the podcast.
We do roughly about an hour or so, right?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll do our usual thing, and then at the end, we'll do the outro, and then the podcast ends, and then I edit it, and then we post it, and then like 3 people listen to it.
Okay, but hold on, wait. Do we decide whether or not something's good within that hour or so?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of the outro.
Okay. That's considered part of the outro and not the body?
Now we're just getting into semantics.
I think we have completely separate ideas of what constitutes the body of a podcast.
And for everything we just talked about, it's kind of weird that we remembered so much about Amnesiac.
Welcome to Picking Up Something Good, a limited event prestige podcast about Radiohead.
I guess. Yeah, sure.
My name is Mace. I play music as Echo Vessel.
My name is Nikki Flowers. I play music as Nikki Flowers. And
we've got a guest today.
We got a guest, and you can call them Al, because that's their name.
Damn it. I'm a big Paul Simon fan, even all things considered. And that's kind of the one song I can no longer listen to, because growing up, everyone would just holler that song at me.
Oh, I knew I wouldn't be the first one to come up with that, but I was like, I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I got the perfect way to introduce Al.
Wait, I'm not white. What Paul Simon song are you guys talking about?
You wouldn't get it.
Wait, I don't understand.
It's okay. It's not. We'll save it for.
That's probably the best way to ever get out of being talked about Paul Simon near you.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll get to it when we do our Paul Simon podcast.
Don't even joke about that.
I'm sorry. I regretted saying that. Al, welcome.
Hi. My name is Al Riggs. I make music under Al Riggs, and I make music under Vaxxers, which the day we're recording this is the release date of the new Vaxxers album. Available now on CD and digital CD on Neodetritus.
Woo!
Woo! That's us. We did that.
Yay.
We're doing that. We did it. It's a very good album. We're actually very, very happy to have you here. It is the first stop on your nationwide press tour.
Yes.
Right. Where we don't talk about your album whatsoever, and instead we talk about my favorite jazz album, Amnesiac, by Radiohead.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Y'all said you were going to do a Radiohead podcast. I immediately jumped at, I want to talk about Amnesiac, because at the time I said it's my favorite Radiohead album. And in the week or so leading up to us recording this podcast, I have listened to Amnesiac about 6 times. And now that we're recording it, I have to say I'm kind of terrified now.
Oh no.
Because it's not... I would say it's not my favorite Radiohead album, but it has my favorite Radiohead songs on it.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like, most of the songs on this album are my favorite Radiohead songs.
But as a unit, as an album...
As a unit, I kind of get why people say, like, people derivatively, just people say that it's like a Kid A B-sides collection, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. Like, I know that they recorded both of them at the same time. They are similar albums in a lot of different ways. They're different albums. This one does kind of have a little less cohesion than Kid A, I would say, but that's not to say that it's a bad album by any stretch.
The thing about this album is that it is my favorite Radiohead album, but also I get why. Just like Al said, I get it because it is hard mode Radiohead.
It's the Radioheaded stepchild.
Yes, of course.
It's the Dark Souls of Radiohead albums.
Yes.
Oh boy, we're getting into it now.
Now I'm white, but I still don't, play video games. Is that a video game joke?
It's a very hard video game.
Yeah,
it's a very hard video game.
I wouldn't call it hard. I'd call it unfair. There's a difference between when a video game is difficult and when a video game's like, oh, there was unfair. A checkpoint 3 hours ago. Go back to that area. That's not difficulty.
There's one weird little pixel that is preventing you from progressing at all.
Yeah,
that's Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's Dark Souls. I'm going on my whole gamer rant. I don't want to get into it. Let's get into Packed Like Sardines.
Welcome to Flasking Up Something Good, our Dark Souls podcast.
Yep.
Let's talk about the album. Let's start with Packed Like Sardines in a Crushed Tin Box. I hope those plosives came through.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, those are juicy.
They're important.
Yeah. Oh,
God damn it.
I'm so glad I'm editing this one.
Crushed.
Oh, you gotta stop.
Pack it.
Yeah, I like the choice to spell it P-A-C-K-T.
Yeah, I like that too. I've made a lot of songs. I've written a lot of songs and given them nonsense titles like half words and words that aren't fully spelled or spelled correctly. I kind of like that. I do understand that this is an album with a couple of those, and people like to goof about them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll be doing some goofing about it. Don't you worry.
Some hardcore japery.
We've got about 2 tracks before we really get into it.
Oh,
anyway,
y'all are not ready.
Oh God, we got to talk about that one.
Okay, but first we have to finish talking about the one we just started talking about.
Okay.
Nikki, what do you think?
My first reaction, to the drum machine was that Peggle 2 guy where it's like, Kid A, 2! Yeah! Drum machines are back, baby! I'm so excited. Oh, and then when those detuned synths come in, I was like, okay, yeah, cool, this would be another Kid A. But anyway, the lyrics are good, yeah.
Again, it's Kid A also. Kid A 2 T-O-O.
Kid A as well.
Yes. But yeah, no, I think this was a decent opener.
This is a very 2001 song, I think. When I think of the early 2000s in terms of electronic music, I think Pack Like Sardines, and I think of Groyskop's Remind Me.
Oh fuck, I haven't thought about that in forever.
God, I'm trying to remember that song.
It was in that Geico commercial.
That really doesn't bring it down, man.
What, you don't have an encyclopedic knowledge of every single Geico commercial from the early 2000s?
I know the caveman, and I know the lizard. I don't remember any of them singing electropop from the early 2000s.
It was one of the caveman spots. Did y'all know that Eric Andre was one of the cavemen, the Geico cavemen?
No. Wait, really?
Yes.
No.
Every fucking episode, Mace comes out with this trivia that sounds like he's fucking making this up whole cloth, and then you go to Google it, and it's like, God damn it.
That does sound like something that's real, though.
Right, no, there's a layer of I don't know.
Because I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I follow a lot of stand-up comedy, and I, follow how people tend to get gigs and start out, and unfortunately for us, that kind of does sound like something that did happen.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta get gigs where you gotta get them,
Yeah. I'm not looking that up, though.
There's video.
No, let's just assume. All right, yeah. But yeah, so Packed Like Sardines I thought it was pretty catchy. I like when Tom's voice gets all robot-y.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
That was very good.
he's
That's
kind
what
of
I
got the
think.
best. He's kind of got the best voice to go Ravati.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
It's
It all.
apparently, according to Genius, there was auto-tune on this one, which I didn't realize there was.
Oh.
Which kind of, it checks out, but also,
Yeah, I kind of hear it a little bit.
shit.
Is everything okay?
No, I just like the song a lot.
Okay.
It's obviously not the best opener in Radiohead's oeuvre. There's that word again.
Oeuvre.
It's not the best opener in Radiohead's oeuvre, but it's still pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I kind of see it as a mirror version of Everything in Its Right Place. Coincidentally, that weird semi-unresolvable keyboard line, the clicky little drums. I like it. I've seen a lot of reviews of this album talk about like how Amnesiac is much more of a character album than Kid A, and there's a lot going on in the lyrics that, like, even at the beginning, that talk about like guilt and paranoia, and really dig that kind of stuff. Like, I kind of cut my teeth on Talking Heads, so I'm a big fan of people writing about anxiety and paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, I just love the main lyric, like, after years of waiting, nothing came. I really like that. Can kind of go into that in a bunch of different ways. I always internalize that as someone waiting to be punished and nothing happened.
That's really good.
It's a really great lyric.
Damn, I can't believe we have someone on the podcast that knows how to talk about music in a cool way.
Yeah, it's just you.
Damn.
In my best YouTube reactionary voice, I think this song is about cancel culture. Just kidding.
Whoa, let's back away from that real quick.
Just gonna put a hard left turn on that.
Yeah.
I think I've said all I can say about Pack Like Sardines. It's a good song. I mean...
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's no everything in its right place, but I think it's a proper opener for what this album is.
For every song, past, present, and future, I'm just be saying, I mean, it's no motion picture soundtrack, but...
Right.
This Geico commercial, that's no motion picture soundtrack.
Yeah, but was motion picture soundtrack in a Geico commercial?
I would love to see...
It should be.
I would love to see a really dramatic, sad Geico commercial that's 5 minutes long, and then as soon as the pause in between the two parts of that song happen, like as soon as the second, like the coda to that song happens, I just want to see a really slow fade into the Geico logo.
And underneath it says directed by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, he's back again. He never left.
Speaking of Paul Thomas Anderson and Radiohead, I'm about to make you watch, later on, a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson directed Radiohead videos.
Oh, so his relationship has been not
fruitful.
Just with anime. It's been before.
Yeah.
The thing, I refuse to call it anima because it's so
It's
close.
right there. I was thinking about that the other night. It's right there. Just fucking call it anime, Tom.
Do you think Tom York has ever watched anime before?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a great time for him to call in.
If Sturgill Simpson watched anime, then Tom York watches anime.
What anime did Sturgill Simpson?
He made a whole anime.
It's so weird. It's not out yet. I think it comes out like at the end of the month or middle of October. So Sturgill Simpson, I love Sturgill Simpson, great country musician. Is releasing an album called Sound and Fury. I think that's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be this complete opposite of his last album, which was very lush and beautiful and sweet. This one's just supposed to be kind of like a gut bucket, grimy rock and roll record, which I also like. But he worked with a bunch of really well-known anime directors and animators and writers, and they're apparently releasing a companion film to this album on Netflix the same day that the album comes out, and it's this really interesting half computer animated, like cel shaded, half anime movie, and it's like, Sturgill, this is great, but I wonder how much of this has to do with the actual album.
Country music anime Netflix album movie show.
Sounds like you're having a stroke when you're saying that.
I'm starting to I've had too much coffee, and this is too many odd things for my brain. Can we talk about Pyramid Song, please?
Hold on,
Yes.
wait. Before we move on to Pyramid Song, I have one more thing to say about Sturgill Simpson, and it's that he looks like country Jeremy Renner.
No, Jeremy Renner is country Jeremy Renner. Look at him.
Yeah, that fucking face.
Look, he's got an app. Sturgill's got an album.
R.I.P. Jeremy Renner out.
It was one day, wasn't it?
Anyway, let's talk about Pyramid Song.
Yes.
This is the song that was in the Kid A review from Pitchfork.
Oh, was it?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
At the very beginning. And he called it Egyptian Song for some reason. I think that may have been a working title.
I'm surprised that we didn't get into that before in the Kid A episode, but I mean, we have a full episode of you reading it, so we don't need to get into it too much. But, whew, that's some writing.
I have yet to listen to that episode. I think it was just put up last night or something.
Yeah.
But I haven't listened to that episode. Could you give me a 20-second recap of what is happening?
Oh, yeah, like Nikki says, how'd the person write that with one hand?
Yeah, it's the most, I mean, Pitchfork is Pitchfork, but, even by Pitchfork standards, it's the most masturbatory thing I've ever read
Early
from
Pitchfork is abysmal. It is
it's
just
awful.
the worst
Yeah.
writing on earth.
Oh, God, yeah. So, anyway, Pyramid Song
Pyramid Song.
Egyptian Song,
Damn
has a
it.
little cameo in it. The song itself, ignoring the Pitchfork meme that is that article, this one's good.
Yeah.
This one's some good stuff. As soon as the piano came in, I was like, oh no, this is going to make me feel emotions, isn't it? And
Did
then I kind of did. It kind of did. A little bit. I think what got me was the switching between playing on the off and on the on beats. That sort of messed with my brain. You know how it's just sort of, it's very, there's not, you can't really hold on to a rhythm there. It's very,
I love stuff like that.
oh yeah, no, that always gets me.
As someone who records almost exclusively to a click track, when using a GarageBand interface, I really want to do more shit like that. That completely throws a listener, it throws them for a loop in a way that makes them pay more attention to what's happening, and I really love that about this song.
Oh yeah, I don't think if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been so drawn into it. Not that it's bad without it, but it really makes it. And it's very when those drums kick in. Oh, I just wanted to go ape shit. I love that. It was so good.
It's it kind of feels like something being inflated and deflated over and over again. That's what I kind of feel like this song feels like. If that makes any sense.
Somebody on, I think, Twitter, it looks like, has a theory about Pyramid Song, and I'm reading this from Genius, that the song's name is geometrically derived from the length of its notes. The amount of notes that are in the rhythm create, basically, a 3D pyramid, which sounds extremely fake.
In a spectrogram, or
You have
what?
to see an image to understand it. Hold on.
I think that it's when you line up writing down. Hold on, I'm gonna bring this up, but I'm just gonna say it's producer page. Yes, I want to look at the page. Please let me look at the image.
Yeah, what?
Please, God. Okay. Yeah, I've seen this before. It's a little bullshit,
okay.
but it looks very interesting.
Yeah.
It's a little too galaxy brain for me.
It's very Time Cube.
Yeah. Well, that's Pyramid Song.
I mean, I'm looking at it. That is technically Pyramid Song.
That is what it is. Yeah.
Macy said this was on Genius.com, the page for Pyramid Song.
Yes.
So listeners at home, pull up that image and just time cube yourself away with it.
Print out the song, fold it up.
Fold up this song. Isn't Time Cube lightly anti-Semitic too?
Oh, it's awful. It's I mean, it's very homophobic, very anti-Semitic. I feel a little bit bad making jokes about it because the man was clearly not well. But I mean, Four Corners, am I right?
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
Pyramid Song's good. What do you think?
Yeah, Pyramid Song. It's good. I always have a hard time understanding what Tom York is saying most of the time. His
Yeah.
voice is mixed and sung in a way that it kind of just becomes an instrument, and that sounds very Kid A jerk-off review, but
Yeah.
But I think that's what they were going for, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's just a little ghost boy, and he's floating
Yeah.
through these songs.
Oh, wait,
look at him go.
Before we move on, apparently Colin Greenwood, Johnny Greenwood's father, said in an interview in 2000, the inception of the song was, and this is verbatim from Colin, the inception of the song was when we were in Copenhagen, and Tom went round the Museum of Culture. That's so British.
Oh, just popping by the museum, just go
Round
round
the
it a
museum.
little bit.
Oh, I Tom went around the museum.
Didn't go in the museum. I just kind of walked around it.
Have y'all seen that image of Tom York at the Louvre?
No.
Is it as great as Billy Corgan on the roller coaster?
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I
That
think
is
about
my
that.
that is
all
my
the time.
actual background to my phone. Because every time I get a message, I just see his wonderful frown, and it's like, oh, what a horrible person you are.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hold on. let me
Speaking of
send the-
things that are horrible,
Oh no.
let's talk about Polk Pull Revolving Doors.
horrible.
I hate this song.
I'm gonna let you two hash this out real quick. And hold on, I just saw Tom York. The fucking
At the
museum.
Louvre. Okay, you
Oh
have
my
you have your
God.
moment with him at the Louvre. This song fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
I
Oh,
fucking
boy.
love pull revolving doors. Legitimately.
I wanted to like it the first time. I was like, okay, I get what they're going for. And then the second listen, it made me very irritated. I don't like listening to it. It's repellent. It's nothing. It's not even filler. I don't even know what to call it.
There's so many doors and you need to know about them.
Oh, some doors open, some doors close. Some let you in, some let you out. Tom, we know how doors work.
Sometimes you gotta poke the doors, you know?
What's that all about, too?
Oh god, poke is like a Norwegian word for fish or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Not even.
Of course.
A pulk is a sled that's being pulled by dogs while a person skis behind it to maneuver the vehicle. These sleds are often used to carry various goods. While Radiohead has not yet disclosed why pulk is included in the title, it could further tie into the song's symbolism for control and decision-making.
Yeah, Nikki, there you go.
Oh, I'm wrong. The song actually is fun to listen to now.
Exactly. This song is fucking incredible as the Lord intended it.
It just doesn't do anything.
I will say this: it is not a good song, but it's very. Okay. First off, it's too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
it's
you're
about
right.
it's about a minute too long. But I just like the sounds. Like, I know it's not a good song, but I like how it sounds.
That drum
I
loop
like
is good.
I like the weird little piano interlude that kind of pokes its head through it. It's not a pleasant sounding song, but it's a very tactile, very ASMR-y kind of song. I don't know.
No, I think that's why I don't like it. It hits that weird ASMR button that I don't like being pushed. It just...
That's fair.
I want to like it. I really do. I get what they're doing. I like what the song's about control and blah, blah, blah. But the song, it anti-fucks. It anti-slaps. It's an anti-slap.
It's an Amish
I
song.
think it both slaps and fucks.
Yeah.
I don't think I've disagreed with you stronger than I have right now.
I'm glad to be here for what breaks the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm a witness here.
Can I tell you a little bit more about the little piano loop, Al, since you mentioned it?
Yes, please.
That is a piano loop from an early version of, and Nikki, you don't know anything about this yet. You'll find out.
Cool.
It is a piano loop from an early version of True Love Waits.
Really?
Yep.
God, so that song is just kind of the DNA of Radiohead at this point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We'll get to it, Nikki. I think we got to do a whole episode on True Love Waits at this point.
Yeah,
'cause
real quick, True Love Waits is kind of a song that has been redone and played live a billion times. It's like the fan favorite. And
Mhm.
other than being on a live album, which y'all will get to soon enough, I think, it did not get recorded in a studio fashion and put on an album until the last Radiohead album.
Oh,
So it's just kind
wow.
of been like this weird little thing that's
And
they could never get right.
And it's existed since the Bends.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I like that they keep doing that where it's like, no, let's hold off on this one. We're not good enough yet. or like, we haven't figured this one out, you know?
There's one that plays during Meeting People is Easy. I don't know if you remember. One called Big Ideas or Nude that we won't hear until much later.
I gotta go back and watch that movie. Or not.
Those are your options. That's true.
I mean, I just watched Down by Law the other day, so I feel like that and Meeting People is Easy could kind of sync up a little bit.
That's true. I don't know why Meeting People is Easy reminds me of Downton Abbey, but I saw an ad for the Downton Abbey movie the other day as I was driving down Santa Monica Boulevard, and I'm not white, so I didn't know Downton Abbey had a movie coming out in 2 weeks. Anyway, that's the whole idea. That's the whole thing.
Have you seen Corpse Bride?
No.
God.
Okay,
yeah.
Have you seen? Are you familiar with the idea of poor people, rich people live in a nice house, but the people who work for them are actually fun and interesting as well?
Because
yeah,
it's the whole conceit of the show. Oh, poor people are people too.
That's literally the whole conceit of the show.
Yeah, like it's some revelation, like just fucking.
We're not so different, you and I.
You with your maid stuff and me with my pile of gold.
You and your cronies. Let's talk about you and whose army.
Yes.
Please.
I'm so glad, like, Polk, I hate saying Polk. The Doors song, like, lost me. I was like, oh, fuck this. And then you and Whose Army pulled me right back in.
Can you imagine if Polk Pull Revolving Doors was done by the Doors?
I would hate it
Yes,
even
I
more.
can, actually.
There are my doors!
I fucking hate that band so goddamn much. That band just needs to fall off.
Oh, look at us. We don't have a bassist. No one's impressed.
You don't need a bassist, but that's not why that is interesting.
Right.
I love... It's like... Oh, fuck. I don't want to talk about the Doors. I want to talk about You and Whose Army, which is
hate the Doors.
top... You and Whose Army is a top 3 favorite Radiohead song of mine.
Mm. I could see it being up there. I haven't compiled the list yet. That's for when the podcast ends in a couple decades. But
I have some wonderful news about this song.
Yeah,
we're getting into the territories about Tony Blair.
Oh,
hell yes.
Oh, so the titular you is Blair, and the
Tony
army
Blair.
is
the Royal Air
Army.
Force,
yeah.
I think,
or something. Yeah, I mean, I can understand his, it's powerful, this song. He's got some emotions going on here.
Billie Holiday song for the first half.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I love the sound of that really muted, not muted, but just like muffled, actually, is a better word for it. That really muffled jazz guitar. It's my favorite sound in the world.
Yeah, no, and it really fucking,
I love this song.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Like, I got chills. This is the good ASMR where I got the good tingles.
When it comes up to the "You Ride Tonight" verse, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever worry how much of this podcast is y'all, and now me included, just saying how great a song is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we kind of wasted all our negative energy on Pablo Honey.
Yeah, and then, like, I had, like, a surge with the last song, and now I'm just back to, oh, you know what? These guys are good.
There's a couple more songs you could hate.
You lost me, you got me back.
Yeah, they didn't lose me for very long. Yeah, because I just, oh my god, I love how like the contrast between the very confident lyrics and how fucking defeated Tom sounds when he's singing them.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that. I thought that like really made the song.
He sounds like he's kissing around a big nose.
Yeah.
I that's a one I never actually thought of that. That's actually a really great little vocal acting.
Yeah. It turns out I know stuff. Ow.
But that's, I mean, I do get that sometimes with, I wish there were more kind of, I mean, I guess this is a protest song.
Yeah.
I wish there were more protest songs that actually go into, I'm very angry and I want things to change, but at the same time, I'm also kind of fucking terrified about everything right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one or the other a lot of the time. Yeah.
I think this song is about. Is it okay? Is it Praxi or Banksy? First of all.
No, real quick. Praxi. What? No, but what is that?
It's like Praxis Banksy.
Yeah, Banksy, but with like a purpose, like when he shredded that painting after it got sold at an auction.
Gotcha.
That's Praxi. Banksy is just spray
Dismal
painting
land.
Mickey Mouse ears on Ronald McDonald.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This is Praxi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It is Praxi.
It's not a hard Praxi. It's a very soft Praxi.
Yeah, it's like centrism.
Yeah.
It's like, war is wrong. Yeah, we get it, but are you going to do something about it?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to sing a sad song.
That's Tom York in general. Are you going to do something about it? No.
No, I'm too sad.
I don't have to. I want to, though. I really want to.
I mean,
I'm just so busy. I mean, with all these albums.
All this anime.
Look, it takes us like 6 years to make one 8-song album. What do you want us to do?
Oh man, Nikki, you're gonna be so pissed when we get to the King of Limbs.
A very good album. I will stand by that thing, but
Wait, what's gonna piss me off?
It is 15 minutes long.
Wait, what?
It isn't, but it's their shortest record.
But that's good. Yeah, my whole thing is if it's longer than 40 minutes, I get bored.
Yeah, like, I just put out an 8-song, 30-minute album, and that was on purpose. And, yeah, like, I think it's good, but a lot of people hate it more than they love it, unfortunately.
Because of the length?
I think it was the wait for the album.
Yeah, you weren't there in real time. I was. From 2007 to 2011, we had no content, basically.
Okay.
And
yeah,
then-
37 minutes, 34 seconds. Okay, I like that, though. I mean, I have a hard time putting out anything that's longer than 25 minutes, so I don't know. That doesn't bother me. But I can see why people would be like, well, that's it.
Yeah. Especially when we got, like, 2 discs of content for In Rainbows.
Yeah.
Was that before or after?
Before.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
I might
be
be
ahead
wrong,
of
though.
ourselves, but yeah, you could be wrong.
I might be wrong.
So, that's a song on Amnesiac, and I think we should talk about it.
No.
No?
Oh.
No. Podcast's over. Sorry.
Bye!
Okay, let's talk about it. I might be wrong.
So, yeah, I was, You and Whose Army, very good, and I was like, okay, better not pull another Doors song on me, and then they come up with I Might Be Wrong. And it's like, okay, this is computer to me.
Is
And
it computer,
then-
though?
This is computer to you?
Well, no, at first. I'm just describing my first listen. Calm the fuck down. So, at first, I was like, okay, this is a little computer to me. And then, all of a sudden, it's Beck?
Oh,
I never thought of it that way.
I
but-
love
It
that
sounds
shaggy-haired blonde man.
Yeah, it sounds like Beck. A little bit. That... I don't know how it goes. But it sounds like Beck.
It's actually Johnny playing in drop D. So imagine Johnny Greenwood, Colin Greenwood's son, playing guitar in drop D, wearing like a Beck wig.
Hold on. Okay, I'm there.
Ooh. Oh, that's good. I just got that.
Yeah.
And imagine Tom York hearing a Beck song, say like "Loser" or anything from Odelay, and being like, "Oh, I wanna copy this man's nonsense."
This is something to aspire to.
Now, I love Beck, but you got to make fun of him,
You have to.
Legally.
Look at him.
especially when just before this, I think Beck was doing like Midnight Vulture stuff, where he was like real horny on Maine.
A little bit, yeah. But anyway, I might be wrong. Computer Beck. It's good. I like it. It feels like a B-side.
Really?
I mean, a little bit. Like, see, that's the thing. I know you said that it's a cliche that people are like, oh, this is like the Kid A B-sides, but it kind of is, and I feel like
Wow.
I'm sorry.
That's
I know.
think-
okay. It's just I've never heard anyone say that,
Yeah,
but
if
I
you think-
need new opinions.
If you
That's
think
an
this is a
important thing.
B-side, wait till you hear the Kid A Amnesiac B-sides that are oftentimes better than the album itself.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not saying that it's a B-side is a bad thing, because, I mean, a B-side for Kid A, probably my favorite of their albums at this point. I'm all on board. I like this song. I just get why they're like, let's put this one on Amnesiac. I have a lot of controversial opinions this episode.
Yeah, I've never
Wow.
heard anyone
Yeah.
describe this song as sounding a B-side, but it's okay if you feel that way. I am just here to say that I am very team. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I might be wrong
Yeah.
with the rules.
This song, I know that people like to. God, can we just take 1 second and just admit that the guitar is a good instrument?
It is.
Oh yeah, I mean,
And
I've come around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you can do so many great things with a guitar, and as we all know, anyone can play guitar.
That's true.
I just love this riff is like a fucking bullet train that just flattens you immediately, and it just keeps flattening you. I love the song, I love the riff. The drum loop on this song is fun and complicated, but in a fun way.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't want to sound like, oh, B-side, bleh, because
No,
I do like it. And, I will say, I was like, yeah, okay. And then the outro happened.
Oh, God.
And
I love
then
that
I was
outro.
like, oh, okay. All right, yeah. It really tied the whole thing together for me.
The moment that that solo guitar comes in is when my soul leaves my body in such a good way.
People who can use bands and artists who can use pauses really well I just love that shit. Just like I am at that point where I just want to say it's good, it's very good, everyone should listen to it, and I have nothing smart or interesting to say.
Welcome to picking up something good then, Al.
This song reminds me a lot of the songs on Hail to the Thief.
Yes.
It feels like a proto Hail to the Thief.
Yes, it does.
And I was telling Nikki the other day, I'll give you 3 guesses as to who the thief is and who we're hailing.
Now, who's that wacky thief?
The song rules.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, we're here at the knife fight, so we should get our knives out.
Yeah, like the bad music video.
What?
Tie our wrists together.
Oh.
Was that bad? Or am I thinking of... Anyway, we're not here to talk about Michael Jackson. We're here to talk about Knives Out. Blowout's big brother.
What?
Blowout's big brother.
Big Knives Out. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
In that it's called Knives Out, but also I do honestly feel like it's an almost spiritual successor to Blowout.
Kind of?
Maybe.
I don't know why I picked up on that. Mostly because of the joke. Anyway, ignore me.
These
I
lyrics
like
are really
it.
violent.
I like it too.
This riff. Can we talk about this juicy ass riff?
Oh, this fucking... Oh, yeah.
Juicy.
Juicy.
It's the closest a Radiohead song ever gets to, like, beach music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's why I like it so much. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's got that surf riff, that fucking Dick Dale nonsense that I love. Got a really, honestly, I don't throw this word around a lot. Beautiful vocal melody.
Yes. I also, the drumming on this album, this whole album has amazing drums, but the drumming on this song in particular is incredible.
Fucking
Yeah.
Philip is killing it.
Good job, Phil.
Hey, have any of you listened to the Flaming Lips cover of this?
Oh, yeah,
Ooh.
that does exist. I used to be a big Flaming Lips fan. I forgot that happened.
You know what? I did listen to it, but at the time I didn't realize it was a cover.
It's good.
Yeah, it's not this one, but
It's
it's a cover.
It's covering Radiohead is almost impossible to fuck up, in my opinion, because the songs are already really good, and as long as you kind of follow the song, you're not going to do anything bad unless you make a conscious effort to say, well, I'm smarter than this song.
Yeah, you can't do a Devo cover of a Radiohead song. You gotta, like, stick to the plan a little bit.
Now you can do a Devo cover of Radiohead song.
Yes.
However, there's not a single Radiohead cover I don't like, except for I used to really really like this, and then some things happened that you all know what happened as soon as I mention it. Hard and Firm, Chris Hardwick and some other guy,
Yes.
yeah, had Radiohead, which was fun at the time.
Oh, that's right.
It's a country cover of a bunch of Radiohead songs, and I thought it was hysterical. And then points, I guess.
And the world thought a lot of things about Chris Hardwick were hysterical. Apparently.
Like, At Midnight apparently was funny to a ton of people.
I like that show. I gotta say, I did like that show, but
it was never about him. It always depending on who was on the show with
fucking
him.
Jeff Tweedy was on that show. He was great.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
What's Jeff Tweedy doing these days? Like, what's his like day to day?
New Wilco album.
Wait, really?
Yeah, coming out in October.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know
Thanks,
Wilco
Tweedy.
was still doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he's like Wilco are just coasting musically at this point? Are they?
I think they realize they have. They're at a very admirable part in their career, in my opinion, that they have discovered that a lot of bands probably should discover these days, that they have nothing left to prove, and so a lot of their albums are just for them, which I also enjoy.
Yeah, because...
Oh, man. I want to get to that point so bad.
The last one I listened to was Star Wars. That was pretty good.
That was good.
That was alright.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Tweeting Up Something Good, a limited time prestige podcast about Wilco. My name is Mick.
No. Yeah, Knives Out. The one thing I will say about this, it's a very normal track compared to the rest of the album, which makes it the weird one in a way. Like this is very like, whoa, this is almost a rock song. Okay. I liked that. Also, I thought it kind of reminded me of the Smiths, the way the guitars jangled about. I appreciated that. Yeah, that's all I got for Knives Out.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Normal.
Normal is weird though, because the lyrics they're about eating a mouse and like cutting somebody's head off and cooking it.
Oh yeah, I mean normal was in quotes. Yeah.
Hey y'all, we're about to eat some dude's head. Better get your knives out.
That's how it works in Britain.
Well, it's gonna happen a lot more with Brexit.
Oh boy. We are so unqualified to talk about Brexit.
I think we talk about Brexit every week, and we have nothing. We don't know what it is. No one knows.
I have no fucking clue what Brexit is.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I know about it. Why don't they just not do it? Like, but there was a referendum. Hey, it was a bad idea, and what if you just stopped? What if you were just like, hey, maybe we just go back to not doing it? I don't know.
I don't mean to speak for an entire country, but could you just not? How about you just not?
If it were me, I would simply not do Brexit. R.I.P. to Margaret Thatcher, but I'm different.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jeez, whoa. Is that the morning bell? What?
It's time to go feed my computer.
Tom!
Hey, what's up?
Tom, it's not even worth getting into. Let's talk about Morning Bell.
Again. Let's do this again.
Okay.
I think that this is the better version of Morning Bell.
Yes!
And also, is that the bell in the background? Is he, like, neglecting the computer throughout the whole song?
Yeah, he's busy recording, so he's like, listen, the computer can get the dog food after we record.
Or it's like a Kubrick, Shelley Duvall thing, where it's like, I need the computer to be in pain.
Wow. Actually, that's a good way of describing this set of albums. Like, sometimes the computer isn't okay and shouldn't be.
The computer is in pain.
Oh, okay.
I hate this bit so much. I just want to say.
What bit?
Okay. We're always deadly serious on this podcast. I don't know if have you heard any of our episodes? I mean,
This is the I'm in your city trick to I'm in your city B. Where it's just a much better version of the song. Anyway, Nikki, what do you think?
oh, I don't think you guys are gonna like this opinion of mine.
Oh,
boy.
well, it's all right.
Okay,
It
get
really
ready.
is all right.
It kind of sucks compared to Kid A's version.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I swear to God.
No, it's fine. I love this version. I think the Kid A version kind of sucks ass.
Oh.
It's just like I know that I know it's a fun joke to, goof on Tom York being kind of emotionless or being like very cold, but I feel like the original version of Morning Bell is very tossed off. Like that
Really?
that one sounds like the B-side to me.
That's funny because I have the exact same thing in my notes about this one, where it feels a little lifeless compared to the like 5/4 grooviness of the first one.
I just love the big orchestral Danny Elfman-esque shit that's happening in this song. I do feel like this is the one that Tom liked the most. I don't know. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, but I get a better feel of emotion from this version than the Kid A version.
This one feels like Morning Bell Christmas.
Yes. Morning Bell Christmas remix.
Do you want to hear what Tom said about this song?
Yeah.
Ed?
Oh.
Yes.
Ed
popping
says we record different versions of songs, and the new one is the first time it's been strong enough to bear hearing again. Most of the other versions get scrapped halfway through. Tom York says Morning Bell Amnesiac was included because it came from such a different place from the other version, because we only found it again by accident after having forgotten about it, because it sounds like a recurring dream. It felt right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that fits. Again, I don't mean to say this is a bad version. I just think... Here's what I'll say. I think although I prefer the Kid A version, I think this one is still very good because it's Morning Bell. I like it very much.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's perfect. It fits with Amnesiac. It wouldn't work on Kid A, and the Kid A version wouldn't work on Amnesiac.
Mm-mm.
And
totally.
I like that we have both.
Yeah, ¿por qué no los dos, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm reading the Genius comments on Morning Bell Amnesiac, and
If I didn't know what Genius was, I would just think that you're just putting down the comments.
This genius over here.
this motherfucker. The very first comment here is from Nico Mercado. It's got 279 upvotes. It looks like. Very bluntly says this song is about divorce. No, it's not. What?
What? No source, no reasoning for why Nico
That's
thinks
true.
that.
That's
Just
true.
boom.
That's like going to like any given Animal Collective song, and then in the comments being like, "This one's about drugs."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, of course it is, but it's more than that.
I'll say this. You can definitely read it as divorce. I mean, it's probably not about it, but...
I don't think it's not about divorce.
I mean,
I think-
you could read that lyric, you cut the kids in half, which is such a...
I think it's that Bible
I love that
thing.
lyric.
Yeah.
It could also be that Bible thing.
The Bible thing where they cut the kids in half. I didn't read the Bible.
Oh, I went to Catholic school. I can tell you a lot about the Bible, which is weird.
Catholic school buddies.
Considering that I went to a Catholic school and no one else read the fucking Bible.
Yeah, no, I had 1 year of Catholic school, so I don't feel like I super qualify, but it was bad, and I was very gay, and everyone kind of picked up on it very quickly, including the teachers. And they're like, here's a Bible thing you'll be interested in, and it's just like, we think you should die, and it's like, okay, cool, thanks, authority figure.
I went to Catholic school for 9 years,
Ooh.
and it was not great. I will say that middle school was a lot worse than high school, because traditionally middle school is a lot worse than high school.
Yeah, no, I had 8th grade was my Catholic school year,
Oh,
which is
fuck, that's awful.
the worst part
Jeez.
of middle school because you're right there. You're just so close, and
You're so
if-
angry and horny and just sad.
yeah. And they forced me to wear khakis during the whole thing, which did not help.
Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta tell
same.
you, I never went to any sort of Catholic school because my parents are weird. Well, I think it's better off.
I was gonna say that sounds fine.
Yeah.
I went to public school, and I went to this school, and I'm gonna shout them out right now. Fuck Lamar Louise Curry Middle School. They called us the Turtle School in the Miami area because everybody else had like cool black polos as uniforms. We had green t-shirts that we had to tuck in and wear a belt on khaki pants. Well, not t-shirts, sorry, but
Oh,
like
boy.
polos.
Did they give you fucking cell phone clips for your belts too, and little Tiva sandals with white socks? Come on.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this though. In terms of, I went to fuck it. St. Mary Magdalene's Catholic school in Apex, North Carolina. Fuck that school. School almost literally killed me. The uniform there was khaki pants, which is prerequisite apparently, and burgundy. These weirdly comfortable burgundy polo shirts. I kind of can't look at that color anymore because of how it's ruined an entire color for me.
Yeah, it's wild. If I see someone in a forest green polo and khakis, I want to kill them. It's like it's an instinct thing.
That's precisely what the colors were.
Yeah, I will say the plaid ties they made all the quote boys wear. Pretty good. I like the plaid tie. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said I like pad thai, and I'm like, damn, I'm hungry.
Oh, I mean, I love pad thai, but I like plaid ties just slightly less than I like pad thai.
You know what I like more than
What's
pad
happening?
thai? You know what I like more than pad thai? I like
What?
Dollars and Cents by Radiohead.
Hell yeah!
I can't remember this song. I'm sorry, I can't remember this song.
Oh, but it's so good. Okay, Dollars and Cents. It starts off fucking and just keeps on trucking.
Is that the one with like the bass line? It's like dun, 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 dun. Is that? I don't know.
Yes.
Yes. It's
Okay,
It sounds exactly
Won't
like that.
you quiet down? That one.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now
Okay.
you're getting it.
All right. Yeah.
And on that note, that bass line is just it's so buttery smooth.
You love that bass.
I just want to put it on toast. It's so buttery smooth. Oh, I love it. I love this song.
Some more Dig Dale drumming going on in this one, if I remember. It's like very fuck it. This is a jazz album.
It's jazz, baby.
Yeah.
And in this one is it's got like such a lovely buildup of the energy, and it just like it culminates in this whole big explosion. It's good. It's got some good harmonies. I can't stress it enough. Dollars and Cents fucks.
Dollars and Cents. It's another Banksus.
Banksus.
Because literally the chorus is, "We are the dollars and cents and the pounds and the pence." I get it. I fucking get it. Money.
Yeah, money. Oh, yeah.
This is the same thing as Pink Floyd's "Money," but it is a very good song musically.
Whoa. Okay.
Shots fucking fired. I thought I was gonna be the one with the most controversial opinion.
You got a problem with 7/4, bud?
No, but also I don't have a problem with Pink Floyd's "Money" musically, nor do I have a problem, honestly, with "Dark Side of the Moon" in any way.
Mm-hmm.
You would expect somebody who is this jaded to hate it,
Yeah.
but lyrically, I don't like "Money" by Pink Floyd.
No, it's not.
The lyrics, they really phoned it in.
They're awful.
It's
Most Pink Floyd lyrics are bad.
It's like boomers like this.
Yeah. But that bass line, though. Hey
there, welcome to Pinkin' Up Something Good.
Never gets old.
Oh, it's so good.
This song's good. This song's very, very good.
I don't know what else to say. I'm just thinking about that Pink Floyd "Money" bass line.
Now, this one, I hate to say this, like 2 songs in a row. This one kind of sounds like a B-side to me.
Interesting. Okay.
Like I would rather have I don't know. I would rather get rid of this one and just have Knives Out go right into the next song.
Wait, hold on real quick. Al, are you familiar with any of the Amnesiac B-sides?
Yes, a little bit. I do. I make a lot of playlists for fun, so I took all of the B-sides for Kid A and Amnesiac and kind of made a little album of them.
I would rather pull this song off and put like Worrywart or Fog on there.
Yes. Yes. Those are two stronger songs,
Yes.
in my opinion.
I'm very excited for that B-sides episode so I can hear them.
In like 7
B-sides
episodes.
are good. B-sides are really good.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the next song, Hunting Bears. I love it.
I love it.
Oh no.
It's okay for what it is,
Reminds
which
me
is
a lot
not
of-
a whole lot.
It reminds me of Can a little
Yeah.
bit. The guitar of
yeah.
Can.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that. I don't know, it just sounds like Johnny just dinking around. And the man can certainly dink. I won't deny his dinking abilities, but it is still just Johnny dinking around.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
It could be worse.
Oh, absolutely.
This is from Radiohead's website via Genius. Remember when I showed you all like the Labyrinth and OG Radiohead websites?
Oh, I think I spent like 2 hours going through that.
Oh my god, yes, I am familiar with old Radiohead websites.
The Amnesiac version of the site had lyrics for Hunting Bears.
Oh,
And,
All right.
okay.
and here they are.
Well, let's get into it.
Oh no. Okay. Cool.
Bears. Giant bears. They will eat me and you. Run back to the house before they catch us. Wee hee hee, can't catch me. We're going on a bear hunt.
We're going on a bear hunt?
Still, wee hee hee, can't catch me.
That... I mean, okay, so I have a newfound appreciation for what we did get. Because, wow, that is some Pink Floyd level stuff.
Wee hee hee.
Wee!
I can-
A bear hunt, shall
It's
we
a go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Yeah.
I think they could pull that off. I think they could pull it off. I really do.
This song was written, Tom York was getting real into an advanced copy. They always get advanced copies of video games. They're Radiohead. They're a big band. They got an advanced copy of Super Mario Sunshine.
No.
And he was listening to a lot of Mario jumping sounds. Like, he wouldn't even play the game. He wouldn't even move the character. He would just press the A button to hear him go, wee! Wee-hee!
Yeah.
Wee-hee-hee!
What? Wait, hold on. That's bullshit. You gotta run to get that third jump.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
you do.
Damn.
Damn, you caught me lying.
Major League Gamer.
Finally caught me lying on this podcast.
The one time.
The one time.
Oh, yeah. So, Hunting Bears could have been worse.
Well, here's the thing. Genius says it's reminiscent of Ry Cooder's work and Neil Young's Dead Man soundtrack, which is kind of spot on. And also that one Brian Eno track.
I guess that's why I'm not super thrilled about it, because Neil Young's Dead Man soundtrack didn't do a whole lot for me.
It doesn't do a whole lot as an album.
Yeah.
No, oh, wait, yeah, that's true.
That is definitely yeah, Neil, we really know that you like D major. We get it.
Right.
You're a great guitar player and a great songwriter, but you kind of you need the film. You really do need the film, which is interesting. That is one of those, like, did you know? It's one of those did you knows that I always find fascinating, because I know people still kind of do this, but I wish more people would score film like this.
Yeah.
Which is just like watching it and playing along and seeing how you feel while watching it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if you want to talk about scoring something emotionally, I really don't think there's a better way to do that.
Yeah, that's the most direct way to do it. I was actually watching it's funny that we brought this up, because I was watching a video of him scoring it live
It's
the
just
other day.
him standing in front of the screen.
Yeah, and he's just going to town on that fucking guitar, and it was like, okay, yeah, he's doing it right there. Oh,
I also want to say, I have also seen that clip, and there is a big part of me that's like, there's no way that this is all he did. Like,
What do you mean?
Like, there's no way that this is the extent of the... I mean, I get that he definitely did that, but that also kind of feels like he was putting on a bit of a show.
I don't know, though.
Fair.
He is also Neil Young.
That was my argument. He's Neil Young.
Neil Young... I'm trying to get Neil Young straight. He was Pono, right? It wasn't like...
Yes.
Okay, I was double checking because Neil Young and Bob Dylan kind of like meshed together in my mind.
I wish you hadn't said that, because that's very sad. We're straightening you out.
I mean...
Now Bob Dylan is the one with the funny radio show that no longer exists, and Neil Young is the one with the fucking Toblerone music player.
Yeah, his Toblerone
also no
flats.
longer exists.
Right.
He's still got the store, I think.
None of them sound good.
Oh, really?
They did a actual sound comparison of what you hear on Pono and another like MP3 or MP4, and everything either sounded pretty much the same or the Pono sounded worse.
Lately, Neil Young is like Jack White if he'd bothered to use a computer.
Yes.
Which oh my god, can you imagine Jack White using computers and that being his thing? Like,
I really want to talk about trans on a podcast someday. This probably isn't the one, but I really want to go into how great that album is one day with someone.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like me in a room talking about trans, and the people press record and they leave the room.
Yeah, that could be a whole series of every single episode you're just talking about trans.
Yes.
I still want to talk about Jack White though.
Do we though?
In 2017, I went to Third Man Records and I paid $30 for a recording of me and my partner talking into the recording booth. And it is, I hate Jack White so much, but it's a prized possession because it's very cute. Anyway, that's it. That's all I had to say.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. I just wish you didn't have to go to Third Man Records for it.
Same.
Yeah, we were mad about it too, but it's fine.
Yeah. Cute little thing. All right. Speaking of plates, I don't know. I got nothing. Let's talk about spinning plates.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. This one rules.
Really?
This was recorded Twin Peaks style, where he had to sing backwards to sing forwards.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is him in the red room. Like, okay, yeah, I'm picking up these vibes. Oh, I got this song for you. And he played guitar and sang forwards, and he gave the band the recording. He's like, what? How did it get all backwards?
And you know, Johnny had like just fell into the bosom of Colin, his father, and then. He started crying and cried for 3 hours, and that's how we got Johnny Greenwood's scoring career.
Wow. Like if you cry every time.
I don't like this song.
Oh. The tables have turned. The plates have spun.
So, what's your main grievance?
I don't know. I kind of feel this way about spinning plates like you feel about Pole Polk.
Really?
I mean, it's a...
Because I felt very strongly about that, and you don't seem to be yelling about it.
Well, it's in the same way where it's, I get it. It's a really cool effect. I think it's a very pretty song. But I also don't see how it's this big, like, heartbreaking, life-ending anthem that a lot of people seem to say it is.
I don't think it's that.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it that either. Is that the main, like, consensus?
The main consensus is that it is, it's such a sad song. It's such a dour, depressing, beautiful song. And it's like, yeah, I get that, but it's not, I mean, I've heard this song before.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would say it's kind of a little more of a creepy vibe. Not creep as in Radiohead creep, but the actual act of being creeped out kind of vibe. That I appreciate. I'm a sucker for backwards guitars. I don't know, there's something about it.
Actually, that's not a guitar.
Oh.
That's not a guitar. So basically it's the backing track for a song that will appear on the next record called I Will, an early version.
Oh.
Wowzers.
They like doing that, don't they?
The band called it Dodgy Kraftwerk, the original version.
Oh my god, I want to hear
I love
their version
Kraftwerk.
of Dodgy Kraftwerk.
Just reverse the song then.
Oh, okay, perfect, great.
During a live performance of the song in Montreal in 2003, Tom York introduced it by saying, "This is dedicated to our glorious leaders, or at least some of them, who saw it fit to take us to a war that nobody wanted, kill thousands, if not tens of thousands of innocent people, and they should go to their graves with that on their consciousness." Take it a step further, Tom, and just say, fucking guillotine them.
Yeah, what I don't know what he could be talking about, but he sure feels very strongly about whatever that is.
Yeah,
feels like-
whatever's
kinda
about
feels
to
like-
happen.
Kind of feels like he's got some opinions about one or maybe multiple thieves.
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
isn't the slogan for the UK "Hail to the Queen"? They should make a Radiohead album that is like, instead of Queen, it's Thief.
No.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know about that one. That seems a little too far for me.
A little on the nose.
I'm glad that you told me that story about him introducing the song, because now I don't know. I have a newfound appreciation for it now, I guess. I don't know. It always kind of felt a little bit of an empty song.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I did the really dumb thing by just listening to the album and not paying attention to the lyrics. Or at least not reading the lyrics. But, I don't know. To know that the idea for that song is kind of like a angry fuck you, and it's not this dour head hang. I don't know. I like it. I like it a bit more. I like the song. I just don't think it's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I do appreciate the "while you make pretty speeches, I'm being cut to shreds" like political connection to it, because while everybody makes pretty speeches, we're all being cut to shreds right now in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing is different.
God, he was writing about that then.
It's almost as if there were politics things happening then.
Politics, am I right?
It's almost like every single political leader since birth of the world, birth of time, has just been horrible and bad in their own special little way.
Nikki, you mentioned that this was, that you found out that this was the last pre-9/11 Radiohead album.
Yeah, we were recording this on the Friday the 13th after 9/11, which is fun. And I was thinking about that. Kind of interesting.
Yeah. I mean, weird that they managed to get, essentially 16 years before it ever happened, they managed to record an album that's basically about the day Ted Cruz jacked off on Twitter.
Right. And then blamed it on an intern. That was the best part of no, at first it was like, oh, my Twitter got hacked, which someone hacked into your Twitter to like a porn tweet.
On
really?
9/11?
On 9/11? And then they changed it to, oh, an intern did it, which
Was the intern... Really? I know a ton of interns and they have better sense than to jack off on 9/11.
Yeah, well, at least they'll do it in incognito mode.
I mean,
and not on Twitter.
All of that sounds like the polar opposite of the Bill Clinton scandal. It's the bizarro version of the Clinton scandal. It has all the different tropes of it. It has all the different things that happen. You've got with Ted Cruz, it's just everything he does is just failure and sad.
Every little thing he does is failure.
Everything he does is fucking sad.
Oh, boy.
Speaking of things that are sad, let's talk about the media in Life in a Glass House.
Yay, it's my favorite.
Media.
It's my favorite Radiohead song.
This is a fucking jazz song and I love it so much.
Oh my god. I picked up on the jazziness of Kid A, and then they really got it jazzy in Amnesiac. I was not expecting a literal jazz song to end this.
It's a New Orleans funeral march.
Yeah.
It is my 100% without exaggeration. This is my favorite Radiohead song.
I can see why. It's so good. I'm getting chills talking about it because holy shit, this is good.
So great.
I don't know what else to say. This is the whole show, right? It's just me. It's good. I don't know. But it's good. I don't know.
Can I tell you something about how this song came about?
Please.
Absolutely.
And the near miss that we had?
Oh.
Life in a Glass House was originally penned sometime after the band's magnum opus, OK Computer. Yeah, so it's an OK Computer era song that they couldn't Tom and Johnny and Colin and Ed and Phil, they couldn't put their little head and their two related father and son heads together. And they couldn't do it. They just couldn't smack it. And then they got English trumpeter Humphrey Littleton to guest on the track.
I'm sorry, pause your story. That's the most British fucking sounding name I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
Humphrey
that is...
Littleton.
Humphrey Littleton, jazz extraordinaire. Anyway, continue.
Johnny Greenwood.
He's 4 feet tall.
He's Jiminy fucking Cricket.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Greenwood wrote to Humphrey Littleton and said that, hey, we're a little stuck. We can't do it. And then Humphrey Littleton was, I got it. I'm a fix Life in a Glass House. And fucking knocked it out of the damn park.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Shout out to Humphrey.
To Humphy.
Sounds like Oogie Boogie. I just realized it sounds like Oogie Boogie. This whole song. From The Nightmare Before Christmas.
It does. This song...
I've not seen that.
This album has,
wow.
Danny Elfman energy.
Yeah, it's weird. I've seen Corpse Bride, but I haven't seen the actual good one.
I don't know if that's a good one either.
Oh.
Well, people say it's the good one.
I'm so sick of it as a Disneyland annual pass holder. If I never had to see The Nightmare Before Christmas ever again.
Well, here's my advice. What are you doing at Disney? What are you doing?
Because I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, I guess.
Just real quick, first two things. I for a very long time, Nightmare Before Christmas was my favorite movie. I kind of know that movie inside and out, every line, every musical cue. I love that movie. I still think it's a fantastic movie and the artistry of it. And two, I'm also a glutton for punishment, and I, for some weird reason, just have a dire need to go to a Disney park. Like, every year, there's like a 3-month period where in my head it's like, I don't know, I could probably do it this year if I just move some money around.
Couldn't be me. Maybe it's because there was one instance where my brothers got taken to Disneyland and I wasn't, and I didn't know about it. They were just gone for a couple days, and they come back and it's like, hey, we were just at Disney World or Land or whatever, and I was like, oh, interesting. Didn't know that was happening.
Nikki, we got a ticket at Disneyland.
I don't know, though. I don't think I wanted to go. It was the principle of just, like, they showed up with their Mickey Mouse hats and, like, boy, what a fun time we had that we didn't tell you about.
See, I live in Los Angeles where there's barely anything to do after you've done all the local shit. So you have to go to theme parks.
Well, yeah.
Are any of you familiar with the theme park Carowinds?
Yeah.
I love Carowinds.
No.
It is basically the Disneyland of North Carolina, which is a sentence to hear.
Yeah, that's quite a thing.
Carowinds used to be owned by Paramount, as in Paramount Pictures.
Oh, yeah.
There were tons of, like, Paramount and Viacom properties. They had, like, a whole Nickelodeon land. They had, they still have a wooden roller coaster called the Hurler, and everything around the Hurler was supposed to be Wayne's World. And, like, they remade the whole fucking Mike Ditka, donut, diner, which then turned into a Happy Days diner, which then turned into something that is, I think, literally called 50s Diner.
Wow. Really?
Because it stopped being Paramount. But,
but they didn't want to change the Happy Days. They're just like, all right, get the Fonz wax figurine out of here.
Basically, everything's the same. But the reason I bring up Carowinds is that, Maze, you can, confirm or deny this in your opinion, but I remember my mom used to do a lot of travel. She did a lot of work. She worked for IBM. She did a lot of... she worked with Disney for about a year, just doing like some technology stuff. She went to Disneyland, and I remember her like telling me recently, like, Disneyland is basically like Carowinds, where you're driving down the street and it's just Burger King, McDonald's, shitty hotel, tourist trap, Disneyland.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. You get on the 5 southbound, and I understand this is not about Radiohead, but
it is though if you think about it.
Yeah, Tom York wrote that whole album, The Eraser, about driving the 5. basically, you drive down the 5 and it is garbage. It is nothing. There is nothing there. There's like car dealerships. There's car towns, which are basically just like a bunch of dealerships clustered together. And then all of a sudden, the 5 widens to like 700 lanes because Disney paid for that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's how you know you're at Disneyland, when it widens.
My God.
And then the moment you pass Disneyland, it becomes a 2-lane road.
That is the saddest thing I have ever heard in my life. Oh my God, if that doesn't say everything about this stupid country we live in, I don't know what does.
It's just a big fucking reverse hourglass.
And it
Oh
is...
my God. Oh, that bottleneck when it goes from 700 to 2, like, I can't even imagine the traffic. Oh.
Yeah, there's actually immense traffic in that part of the 5 before and after Disneyland, but the moment you get there, and I'm assuming it was paid for by Disney to create that effect.
Yeah.
It's just like, welcome to Disneyland. Everyone getting 2 lanes.
I mean, 2 lanes is maybe an exaggeration. It's maybe like 3 or 4, but also like...
But
why?
still, yeah.
Anyway, Life in a Glass House is a great song.
Yeah, that was
the point that I was
our
getting
full
at.
review of Life in a Glass House.
We should do a recap episode live at like It's a Small World and just refuse to get off the boat. I don't know.
If you actually asked them to go another round, you totally can on It's a Small World.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and cell service is great in there, so I could feasibly do an entire episode of picking up something good from It's a Small World.
Oh my God.
I'll fly
we
out there.
Have to. I will make you fly me out there and take me there because that sounds like the exact kind of hell that this show needs.
Oh God. One really quick story about It's a Small World. I'm sorry to like keep going off track. But
no, I mean this is fully on track. This is radio.
This is what our podcast is half the time.
Yeah. We went to last time we went to Disney World was about 10 years ago for Christmas. So we got the package that allows you to go into like the Magic Kingdom after dark. So you go in there. It's just my sister and I. It's like 10 p.m. There is, no joke, about 200 people in the entire park. Like it's just dark. All the lights are on, but it's at night and it's creepy. And it's
Don't
weird.
like that.
But it was fun. I mean, there's no fucking lines. So we go on, It's a Small World, and we are the only people in there, save for another gentleman who decided to sit in the boat alone at the very back of the boat. Mm-mm. So the entire boat was fucking pop a wheelie the whole
That's fucking Lynchian.
Yeah, I went from creepy to very, very goofy.
Just fucking... just did a fucking pop wheelie the entire, 10-minute ride.
Wait, that goes on for 10 goddamn minutes?
No, longer. It goes on for 15 to 20 minutes.
Doesn't the song loop after 20 seconds?
Yes.
And it's actually really interesting because there's a lot of audio sync technology that they use to sync all the songs together, and there's different instruments you can listen to if you kind of turn your head a specific way.
It's
they
translated into different languages too.
It's really cool from an audio perspective. As musicians, we would probably be like, "Oh, that's neat," but also it's 20 minutes on a slow-moving boat with a 20-second loop. It sounds like listening to a loop in Ableton and figuring out where you want to move the song.
Oh shit! And then you're on a boat too. That's Jesus.
It is probably the closest thing to the river Styx that actually exists.
It's basically it's a cool Eno-ish generative music experience if you really want it to be, but it also isn't.
It shouldn't be.
There's so much about the technology of Disney and Disney World and Disneyland that I'm in love with, and then you start looking at literally anything else about the park and you just want to rip your head off.
That's why I pay for the annual pass. It's the technology, but also I hate it so much. I hate going and I hate the crowd.
And you have an annual pass. I just want to make sure we're clear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good deal.
It is a good deal.
For something you hate, yeah, but I mean, I don't get it. Whatever.
I pay for Spotify and I fucking hate that.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, no, you got me there. Yeah.
Anyway.
Pay for a car. Hate cars.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love Life in a Glass House, the song that's about
Yeah.
Disney World, I guess. That's what I'm gleaning from all this.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
God.
pretty sure that's where we ended up. Yeah, no, it's good.
Nikki,
It's
what
a
do you
good-
think? Yeah.
Of the whole thing?
Yeah. Of
Are we gonna...
No, of Life in a Glass House.
Oh, okay. I like it. It's a very interesting way to close the album. I think it's perfect. It's also a very odd choice, but I don't think they could have ended it any other way.
I agree.
They could have ended it with Pull Pull Revolving Doors reprise.
Oh, you're just trying to get my goat now. I see you.
Anyway, we've made it to the end of Amnesiac.
Somehow.
Are we, and I'd like to posit this question to both of you. Are we picking up something good?
Okay, Al, this is when you turn on your transmitter.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead and
Turn on
slap
there
it on.
Yeah, okay, hold on. What?
Society.
I got it.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I'm picking up something pretty good.
I'm picking up my favorite Radiohead album.
I am picking up an album that is still really good, despite it no longer being my favorite Radiohead album.
Wow, you picked up a lot.
Yeah. Well, usually
Yeah.
we could just pick up and it's good.
But that was
Yeah, mine
in-depth,
mine
yeah.
just kind of shot out a big roll of paper.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
Oh no! Oh,
You gotta check out that transmitter.
I
Yeah,
think-
damn
yeah,
it!
it's pretty good. So I had a lot of there's some faults that I think they're not deal breakers, but they didn't. This album can't surpass Kid A to me. It's very good.
It's an experiment. It's an
Yeah.
experimental album, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
That's like the thing. Conceptually, as a collected work, yeah, it is my favorite Radiohead album. But I do understand that there are some songs on it that are not so good.
Yeah,
And Pull Revolving Doors is not one of them.
there's a lot of their songs that I don't think actually fully work outside of the context of the album that they're in.
Like Tree Fingers.
And this is, yeah, like Tree Fingers is a good example. And this album really exemplifies that problem. And it's not really a problem. It's just, it wasn't my thing. But it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
so that's an episode?
that's picking up something good, I think.
Yeah, I think we did that.
We have reached the end of our episode. Next episode, I kind of want to let you know what's going to happen.
Uh-oh.
We're going to get real political. We're going to find out who the thief is.
Oh!
And
And we have to hail them?
no, we're not going to hail them.
Maybe we're not gonna hail
We're
them.
not.
Uh-oh.
So we're gonna cover Hail to the Thief next episode, and then after that, and I want to kind of give a little nugget of what's about to happen. We are going to touch on our first solo album after Hail to the Thief.
Uh-oh.
Oh hell, yes! I can't wait to
Which
hear
one?
that.
From whom?
Oh wait, that's true. I don't even know who's
Yeah.
came first.
Our boy Tom,
Tommy Boy!
Just him.
Wow.
just our guy and his laptop.
The American Dream.
This has been Picking Up Something Good, a limited event prestige podcast about Radiohead. My name is Mace. I play music as Echo Vessel. You can find me on Twitter at Echo Vessel, on Instagram at Echo Vessel. I want to say fuck B to the other Echo Vessel that took my Instagram name. I do this on every podcast, both podcasts that I'm on.
But you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Nikki, your turn.
Yeah, so, I've been Nikki Flowers, and I will continue to be Nikki Flowers on many platforms, including bandcamp.com, nikkiflowers.bandcamp.com to be precise. I'm on Twitter as Yif Police, where I yell at conservatives, and, I'm kind of on Instagram as Synthfucker, but I don't really update all that often. It's just a lot of, faffing about with filters. It doesn't matter.
Synthfaffer.
Synthfaffer. Ooh, that's better. I like that. Al, you got stuff?
Yeah. I've always been Al Riggs. I make music and put it out on these websites. The first one is alriggs.bandcamp.com. Second one is music under the name Vaxxers, and Vaxxers is basically anything that isn't immediately singer-songwritery stuff. Can kind of fall in any genre, really. It's VAXXERSISPUNX.bandcamp.com. That is vaxxersispunks.bandcamp.com. Day we're recording this, I just released the new album Road, which is a soundtrack to a film that does not exist, and the kind folks at Neodetritus have decided to release it under their label, and I'm very happy that they did.
That's us.
We're the kind folks.
Yes.
We run a label called Neodetritus. We just released Road today. We've got a couple of announcements. Not now, but there's not really anything I can talk about besides Nikki's tape release. It's coming up soon.
Oh shit! I keep forgetting we're doing that. Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah,
It's
that's happening. There's a couple really, really, really good things coming, but
Yeah.
they're coming at different stages. We haven't forgotten about the label. We are still very much doing it.
Oh yeah, don't you worry. I got that baseball EP that was supposed to come out on October 1st, and I don't like it yet. So we're gonna wait till opening day next year for that.
Same story with my record, In Search Of, that was supposed to come out right about now. I don't like it yet either.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's also coming out on opening day. It's an album about baseball. No,
Damn it, we gotta plan these things out better.
One of us has got to change.
Can I also just say real quick? I have one more thing to plug. There's an album that I just put out under my own name called Lavender Scare.
Lavender Scare is so good.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Thank you very much. It is a 8-song, 30-minute electro-pop album that I made almost exclusively on a MIDI controller. It's on my Bandcamp. And my cohort, Lauren Francis, and I are finishing up a new record called Bile and Bone, which is hopefully out in the spring of this coming year. We are aiming to start taking pre-orders of the thing hopefully by the end of the year. I think we're going to try doing that Bandcamp vinyl thing. For the release. But
is that already out?
I have been told that it is coming out by the end of the fall. So that is definitely something I am going to be looking into. But, that's about it for me.
We've all got stuff.
We all got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
We all got
stuff. So I just wanted to close it out with some great news. Well, do you want to hear the good news or the bad news first?
Bad news.
Yeah.
Let's hear the good news first. Felicity Huffman's going to jail.
Really? Wait.
Here's the bad news. Wait,
what does she do again?
The college admission scandal. Here's the bad news.
Oh, holy shit.
She's going to jail for 14 days. That's picking up something good. That's our podcast.
Damn you.
That's how you're gonna end this episode?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, of course I'd love to sit around and chat and chew the fat. But someone's listening, and it's the FBI.
Oh shit, we gotta get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.